Welcome to Motorize.dd, our take on the Yamaha Ténéré 700. This adventure bike blends no-nonsense engineering with true long-distance capability. Quad LED headlights, 21-inch front and 18-inch rear-spoked wheels, and a rugged steel double-cradle frame. This machine is all about substance. We'll dive into its history, tech, and riding impressions, plus its strengths, weaknesses, and accessory options, so you can decide with confidence if the Ténéré is right for you. And yes, we'll compare model years and trims, from the classic base model to the World Raid with dual tanks. We'll also lay out clear buying criteria, history and development. The Ténéré 700 keeps Yamaha's desert bloodline alive. The 2016 T7 concept became a production model for Europe in 2019. Its name nods to the legendary XT600Z Ténéré that helped define the Paris-Dakar Rally. In 2021, it moved to Euro 5 with no loss of performance. In 2022, the World Raid arrived with 23-liter side tanks, a 3-piece aluminum skid plate, and an adjustable Öhlins steering damper. Since 2023, it packs a 5-inch TFT with smartphone connectivity and new ABS modes. Underneath, it's built on a lightweight steel double-cradle frame and Yamaha's proven CP2 parallel twin, a workhorse that's powered multiple models for years. Key specs: at its heart is the CP2 689cc parallel twin, making about 54 kilowatts, 72 horsepower, and 68 millimeters for smooth linear drive. A 6-speed gearbox, chain final drive, and aluminum swing arm round out the powertrain. Up front, a 43mm KYB inverted fork. At the rear, a directly mounted shock, 210mm of travel at the front, 200mm at the back. Twin 282mm front discs, 245mm rear. A 16-liter tank, roughly 204 kilograms, ready to ride. Seat height 875 millimeters. Since 2023, a 5-inch TFT with street and rally layouts, 3-stage ABS with the option to switch off the rear wheel, plus a USB port beside the 12-volt socket. Design and ergonomics: Rally A shapes the silhouette. A narrow front with quad LED headlights, a high-mounted fender, and a slim waist that lets your knees tuck in naturally. The flat, long seat makes switching between sitting and standing effortless, while the wide enduro handlebar gives you plenty of leverage. Practical touches include a standard 12mm nav bar above the cockpit and sturdy enduro foot pegs with removable rubber inserts. The slender 16-liter tank shroud stays out of the way even when you're on the pegs. The fairing delivers noticeable but not excessive wind protection, striking the ideal balance between off-road control and touring capability. Handling and everyday practicality. On the road, the Ténéré tips in neutrally and inspires confidence. The generous trail of its 21-inch front wheel keeps it planted at speed, while the wide bar makes city bustle a breeze. Off-road, it impresses with an easily modulated cable-actuated clutch and a sensitive, precise throttle that helps it hook up. The suspension cleans up the hits, sharp expansion joints, or gravel ruts barely ruffle its composure. Everyday wins: a genuine 300-400 kilometers per tank, about 185 to 250 miles, a comfortable riding position, and an off-road ABS mode that turns the rear off. Commutes, passes, trails, it does the lot. Strengths and highlights. Its biggest assets are honesty and toughness. The CP2 parallel twin pulls hard from down low, revs willingly, and is famed for durability. Oil changes every 10,000 kilometers, valve checks only at 40,000. The chassis delivers with 240 millimeters of ground clearance, a stout aluminum swing arm, and 21 18-inch tube-type spoked wheels, a setup that truly works off-road. Add intuitive ergonomics, minimal electronics, and excellent value for money. A rider favorite touch: the wonderfully linear throttle response, which gives precise control on loose terrain. Weaknesses and common issues. As tough as the bike is, it does have rough edges. The stock suspension feels soft with full luggage or heavier riders. At speed on washboard dirt, it can bottom out. The brakes are nicely controllable off-road, but on long mountain descents, they lack bite and modulation. The 282mm twin discs and 2-piston calipers reach their limits. Early model years give you ABS only as on-off. Often reported: spokes that corrode and rim flanges that dent easily when running low off-road pressures. Comfort issues, like a fairly firm seat and modest wind protection, make themselves felt on long highway runs. Accessories and customization options. The accessories universe is vast, From the factory, the Explorer Pack offers aluminum panniers, pannier racks, and a center stand, while the Rally Pack adds a tall one-piece seat, a heavy-duty skid plate, and a radiator guard. Popular picks include wider rally foot pegs, taller or adjustable windscreens, crash bars, heated grips, and the Akravich slip-on. For the suspension, progressive fork springs or a firmer shock with a reservoir sharpen the setup. Tire choices range from Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR to Michelin Anarchy Wild. If you want an easier reach to the ground, go for a lowering kit. Taller riders often choose handlebar risers. Market value and buying criteria. The Ténéré 700 holds its value brilliantly. Early 2019-2021 bikes typically sell for around €8,500 to €10,500, while new 2024 models start at roughly $11,800. The World Raid is considerably pricier. When buying, look for a full service history, a well-kept chain and sprockets, no play in the suspension linkage or steering head bearings, dry fork seals, and straight, undamaged spoked wheels. Check for off-road marks on the skid plate and lower frame rails. From 2023, you get a 5-inch TFT and 3-mode ABS. Earlier bikes only offer ABS on-off, something that affects both pricing and desirability. Verdict and buying advice. The Yamaha Ténéré 700 is a no-nonsense adventure bike. Light enough for dirt, tough enough for round-the-world travel, and mechanically simple. Its 689cc parallel twin delivers usable everyday punch, and the 21 18-inch setup soaks up rough tracks without spoiling its road manners. If you rack up a lot of highway miles, budget for a taller windscreen and firmer springs. Shorter riders should try a lower seat. With the 5-inch TFT display and new ABS modes from 2023 on, the package feels well judged. Our call, buy. Ideally a well-kept example with decent basic protection fitted.